Hi guys, Heather, the Expat Entrepreneur again. Wow, I got quite a few of these questions, right? These little videos that I want to make for you to just quickly answer so that they're not going on and on and on. But one of the other big questions I hear every day, it's not even a question. People are saying to me, Heather, this just seems too good to be true. And to that I say, I know. Because I felt exactly the same way. When I first learned about this and I first heard about it, I thought, come on, okay, what's the catch? What am I missing here? What are they not telling me, right? You feel me? And I want to say to you that it's not too good to be true because there is a downside. It's just that it's not that bad. That's the thing. The downside is no big deal. So that's why we think, oh, this can't be that, great all the time. Well, it isn't great. It's great about 65% of the time. And about 35% of the time, on average, we're just kind of waiting in limbo. And if you can be okay with that, this is the place for you to be, believe me. So what is the downside? How does this work? Under what conditions? What's happening when this thing isn't like all fireworks and doing spectacularly well? And so you probably know by now about the grid, right? You've got the high price and the low price that you chose when you put your bot together. And these are some of the parameters that Dan helps us to, teaches us what we need to use for those settings. If you don't have those settings and you try and do this on your own, good luck to you, because it is not that easy. And I mean, Dan himself, who's like a technically minded guy, spent 3 years and $5 million. He did over 10,000 automations, you guys, 10,000 bots to figure this out and to find that sweet spot where you do have 65% of the time you're winning. The rest of the time, or without these settings, without this system, man, it's going to be flipped. I'll bet you. You're probably maybe lucky to win 35% of the time. And that's not going to be enough to keep this thing going for you. That's for sure. So I wouldn't do it on your own if it was me, and also trying to figure out the platform and the system and everything else. I know that there's tutorials and there's people on YouTube teaching you stuff and wanting you to pay them to coach and stuff like that. And I mean, to that, I would say I would rather pay a proven person who can demonstrate that he knows what he's doing and has already shown and proved too that he can also teach other people to duplicate his results. And that's exactly what you have here. Yeah, the price tag, it's not nothing. It's $3,500 to enroll in the plan. I know that can be a chunk of change, but believe me, it's worth it. And in normal market conditions, you can earn that in course enrollment fee back in a month or two, or even less sometimes, depending on how things go for you. And so it's priced right for what it is. And I just want to say I'm glancing down at my notes here to make sure that I'm staying on track. Because it sounds too good to be true, right? This is the question that we're on. And I just want to say that the times that it isn't in range, giving you the bot profit, that's when it's the not so good time, let's say. But like I say, it's not that bad because you've got this upper price and lower price that when you created your bot. And there are times when the price of the market, the price of those coins is going to be lower than what you paid, than what you created the bot with. So it drops out of range. Does that make sense? If you don't understand what I'm talking about, go find one of my other videos where I go into great detail to explain how these bots work. But there are many times throughout the life of a bot where it's going to be out of range. And that means we've gone from active bot trader to a sedentary hodler it's out of range. When the bot is out of range, we're just sitting back and waiting. And there are advanced strategies that you can use to jack those bots up and get them back up into range if you want to. They require time and they require money. If you want to do that, you can, but you do not have to do that. And you will be fine if you don't do that. You just will simply have to be prepared and wait for the bot to go back up into range. And that means you're waiting for the price to come back up. So right now is a great example because here we are 6 months into a crash, a really severe crash. We're anywhere from 50 to 60% down at any given time right now. Bitcoin was trading at an all-time high of 69,000 for one Bitcoin in November of 2021. And right now in May of 2022, it's down around 28, 30,000. It's like half price. It's 50 to 60% down. And by the way, Bitcoin is the 10th largest market cap on the planet. There's only a couple of companies and gold and silver above it. And that's it for market cap. That's a pretty strong, solid asset right there, I would say, that you don't have to be worried about, oh, is this thing going to just vanish one day? You know, in crypto, in anything, there's no guarantees, right? Yeah, a bank can guarantee your GIC or your deposit up to a certain level and that kind of thing. I know those kind of guarantees exist, but for an investment that has the potential to give you these kinds of returns, nobody can make you a promise or a guarantee. And if somebody does, then run the other way because they're scamming you, because it's impossible. And nobody knows where the price is going to go, when or where, right? We just simply don't know. And that's why with these grid bots, it is the best strategy you can use to give you the lowest risk exposure and still let you have the opportunity to generate passive income with very little time and a relatively low amount of capital. $3,000 is within reach to invest in something that potentially could even return double your money, return that amount back within even a couple of months. Where else are you going to do that? That's legal and available to you, right? Because most of those juicy investments in the brick and mortar world and the centralized world, they're off limits to regular folks. Unless you've got a 7-figure net worth, you don't even get to come to the table. And that's one of the things that makes crypto investing just so wonderful, because it levels the playing field. And a modestly funded investor can stand shoulder to shoulder with a well-heeled investor, and you can both have the same exact exposure and access to the same investment that is potentially going to reward you with stellar returns. And you will not get that from your bank or from Wall Street or any regulated institution. It just doesn't exist. So that's what makes this so spectacular. And when you wonder to yourself, is this too good to be true? That's why we think, what's the catch? And it's because there are no enormous fees that we have in the centralized system with all these brokerage houses and these marble pillared banks and that kind of thing, because we don't have those kind of fees in crypto. They're totally reasonable. And whenever you've seen any advanced training or seen bot profits, that's after fees, by the way. So the money that you see that's going into your account, the fees already been paid on that to the exchange, whatever it was. So that's awesome. The only thing you have to do after that is pay your taxes, of course. And your government is probably going to want a piece of your action. I think in most countries that's the case. So yeah, but I can assure you, I know and I agree, it does sound too good to be true, but it isn't too good to be true. And take my account as your example, because I am 6 months into this crash where I have not had any bot profit, because I don't want to spend more time and add more money to jack up my bots and get them going. I don't want to do that. I'm more happy to just sit back and wait, because I followed Dan's advice and the plan. I created my bots using his parameters. So I have a very high level of confidence that everything is going to be just fine. I know there's no guarantees, but I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. And all I'm doing is waiting. And I've gone from that active bot trader to the sedentary hodler until the market flips and starts going back up again. And once my bots go back into range, my bot profit, ding, 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 it starts going again. So, you tell me, is sitting for 6 months with no profit, is that too good to be true? It isn't, right? I mean, that's not necessarily a good thing, but I can say it's not that bad. That's why it's such a dichotomy. It's not that bad because you still have your underlying asset. You still have your bot intact, waiting. You're hodling, you're sitting back and holding on to that thing, waiting for it to come on back. Nothing has happened to that. The integrity of that has not been compromised at all. The only way you can lose is if you close that bot down at a loss, and then you crystallize that loss and you take less than you take less out than you bought it for, right? And that is a choice you can make on you alone. Nobody else is going to do that for you. So generally, we don't do that. There are times, I'll admit, there are times when you might close a bot for a loss. I did close 2 of them about just shy of 2 weeks ago for a loss, because I wanted to I wanted to utilize the capital that was in those bots to create some new ones. So I knowingly took a loss and closed a few down. It was actually 3 of them, so that I could do that. And you know, so from time to time, there are circumstances where you might too, but just know that they're not this system, Dan's training system, and using the strategy of grid bot trading. It's not too good to be true, because there is a downside. It's just that the downside is not that bad. And usually it just means you just have to sit back and wait. Now, I also will say there was an enormous black swan event just happened this past week, where one of the top coins basically vanished. It tanked. The feeling is that it was attacked. The UST coin that was on the Terra network and linked with Luna, and both UST and Luna coins are now no longer, well, they're flailing around, but chances are they're not going to be able to recover. And that is many, many, many billions of dollars lost, just like that. So there's your downside. That's an extreme example. It's the first time that's ever happened. We don't know what that means for the future. That was a very high rated coin. There are no guarantees, right? That's your downside, is that we don't know. All we're doing is taking money that investment capital, a portion of our overall investment capital. We're taking a little bit of that we can afford to lose, that we're not banking, you know, our mortgage payment or something we need the money for. It's free and clear capital that you can afford to lose. And we're putting it into this. And we're using the best strategy and training that exists to do a strategy on grid bot trading that is the lowest risk way for you to have exposure in this crypto market and be able to generate a passive income from crypto bots. So it's pretty amazing. I agree. But just know there is a small downside. It's just not that bad. And there is the possibility of, you know, something like what we just saw happening. We just don't know. And that's why we take the steps we do to make sure that we're only playing with money that we can afford to lose. So on that note, I want to say, if you've decided that you do want to join the plan, please come on in. I invite you to join through me. Click my affiliate link below this video and join through me so that you can get free exclusive access to my bonus system. I've got 12 amazing bonuses, the fast track bonus system that I created to be utilized alongside of the plan. And specifically, it's for you to get the support and the training, the support and the tools that you need to go quicker if you want to go quicker, but to definitely go smoother, right? I'm taking all those headaches out, all that overwhelm out, all of that, I don't know when the time that you're going to lose because you're frustrated and you don't want to deal with it for a little while. That's all going to disappear because I've had several hundred people go through the bonuses already and prove my system time and time again that it works. It works for people of all ages and gender and races and countries and everything. We have a thriving community as a result of this system, that we're the merry band of crypto traders, and we're all here ready to help you. It's a whole bunch of friendly, helpful people in the group. There's a beginner group and an advanced group. And in the beginning, you'll be with the beginners until you reach a certain level. And then you can hop over to the advanced where there's some real interesting conversation going on. But both groups have a coin pair sharing thread where people openly share the coins that they're putting into bots, whether it be demo or real money bots. So this expands your training. It expands your testing, because during the training we do demo bots, all of us do, but you probably are going to be limited. If you take that medium account where you have the access to do 5 bots, you can do 5 live and 5 demo. But if you max out your 5, maybe you've got 2 more coins you want to test, but you have no room, and you can put it out there in the community and who's got room and who's doing this one. And so you can collapse time because you're learning faster, right? And that's a big thing. So I just want to cordially invite you to come on in and join through me. It would be a shame if you just clicked Rapid Crush's link and join just through them, because you're giving up all this access, this free access to all these other bonuses and support that only I am offering. So I would like to extend that offer to you. And if you have any questions, hit me up. Heather@legitebiz.com is my email address, and there will be links below. You can also click a link to watch more webinar training. Dan and Jason did a live webinar just a couple days ago. The replay is there, and Dan and Will are also doing a mega webathon that might be happening as you're watching this video even. So these links below will get you there. Go ahead and click, and by all means, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, everybody.
If I was going to tell anyone to get into crypto in this crazy market, in this crazy world, it's the plan or it's nothing, right?
Working with Heather, she is extremely knowledgeable and helpful, and her bonuses when you sign up are amazing.
About Heather, it's incredible. You know, Heather's bonuses are a must when you're going to take up on Dan Hollings' The Plan.
Those two components, the plan and Heather Farrell with her marvelous boni that she provides, made me gain my first relevant profit within the crypto space.
Heather, thank you so much. All your support, Q&As and all the other goodies that you are handing out to people couldn't be any better. Heather, keep going, and thanks tremendously for your help and support.
I was originally signed up under somebody else, and I made the switch to work with Heather, and I definitely do not regret it.
And signing up under Heather, she offers a number of bonuses, Facebook group, which I think is essential.
What I also appreciate about Heather is how genuine she is, and she continues to provide value.
Her Facebook group is probably one of the biggest assets.
Deep appreciation to Heather. It's all because of her that I'm actually able to be in the plan right now. Fantastic. She was so dedicated. I can't believe it. I'm so grateful because, yeah, it's only a month that I'm in and it's beyond my expectation.
It is absolutely helpful to have a real sympathetic person on your side who is there for you for any questions about the content of the course, the plan, and provides an exclusive Facebook group you can attend where nice people share their experience as well.
Heather's bonuses really gives you an extra edge, you know, and it also gives you that extra confidence.
This opportunity is too good not to share, so I encourage you all to go for it.
The best bonus, in my opinion, is the Facebook group. You're going to want to talk to people going along that same journey, and that's really what this group is for. And there's a number of other bonuses too, which you definitely should check out, but it's that group, and you're going to go on a journey, and you're going to be learning a lot of information with each other. It's going to be great. So no regrets. No regrets. Get in.
I highly recommend getting the plan and getting into Heather Farrell's trading community. So cheers to all fellow traders. Bye.